one of the messages I get a lot from my higher self these days is give up what you need to give up, right? And the funny thing about this is it's very, very intuitive. So what I mean by this is you know exactly what you need to give up when you start thinking about it. And you know that that will be the thing that allows you to live your life properly and fully, right? Like, just to give you some examples, man, for me to be here, I had to give up pornography, I had to give up casual relationships, I say alcohol, it wasn't really a thing for me, but I had to give up alcohol to keep me out of my ego. I had to give up even video games. That was fun. I like playing them sometimes. I had to give up a lot of stuff, man. Cigarettes, never really a thing for me too much. And it's so annoying because it's so obvious. Because it's so obvious to you what it is that you need to give up that will allow you to grow. And you know that, like, there's certain things that if you were to remove them, you would heal yourself so much. You would purify yourself so much. And that version of you, man, that's like very purified, that's more the natural you, the kind of organic you, man, that person can do pretty much anything. Like, the potential is crazy here. Like, when you really look inside and feel within. Again, we're kind of afraid to do this. I know I am at times. Like, properly looking within yourself and saying, man, I could do anything. I could do anything. But this stuff I gotta give up, man. And it might be like one big thing. Like, for me, it was pornography. I just had to remove it from my life, which took me like years and years and over a decade. It could be multiple big things. I mean, you know, I say pornography, man. It could be, you know, that's the kind of thing that attracts other things. You know, PMO, weed, unhealthy food. It could be an addiction to gaming. It could be an addiction to sex. It could be, you know, or it could be a drug. Definitely. You know, everyone loves drugs. It sounds weird, but it's true. People like to take drugs. When you expand your notion of what a drug is, yeah, man, people love doing that. And, you know, why do they love doing that? Well, so they can alter their state. You know, people love altering their state. That's what we like to do, man, because we're always trying to alter our state to shift our consciousness to awaken. That's what's always happening from a kind of meta spiritual level. But just going back to giving up what you need to give up. Notice, you know what you need to give up. You know it will really help you if you give it up. The question is, are you ready spiritually to do that? I've mentioned in the past lots how, like, it's not always the case that we can just give something up right away like that. Like, especially something like pornography or sex addiction or alcohol. You can't just give it up. But you also can. You can. And notice this as well. Like, now, imagine now as like an infinite moment. Now is the only time that you can give up what you need to give up. So when you eventually do give up that thing or those things, you'll do it in the now. You'll do it in the infinite present moment. And it's crazy, but that moment that you do it, that will be the same moment as this moment. Because it's just an infinite, eternal now. And there's two big things, man, that happen when you do give up what you need to give up. And that is, number one, clarity. You just gain a whole bunch of clarity because you can see again, which is nice. And number two, weight off your soul. So physical pressure off your shoulders. But it's also kind of like a spiritual pressure off of your soul or whatever. You just feel lighter. Physically, spiritually. I mean, again, if you are spiritually aware or even awake, you know that there's no difference between the physical and the spiritual, which is why, of course, you have, you know, pressure off your shoulders, also pressure off you spiritually. It will be the best you've felt. And you'll probably think to yourself, man, like, crap, wow, how and why didn't I do this earlier? Like, I just needed to give this up so I could start being myself. Man, you know, there's nothing else to do, man. Just, it's about removing the crap, removing the barriers to your true, authentic self. And what underlies that is your ultimate true self, which is, you know, yourself as God, yourself as, you know, consciousness. This is why even just removing addictions from your life can help you spiritually. I mean, of course they can, dude. It's difficult. It's definitely difficult to appreciate that and to take that on. But you know it in your soul, you know it in the deepest core within you, that you need to give up what you need to give up, and it's going to help you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Oh, it's going to do worlds of, it's just going to do so much for you, man. And what's cool is, you know, even you listening to this has planted the seed in your mind, like, maybe I do need to give up what I need to give up. Maybe I do need to listen to my intuition and take action on that intuition. Because everyone has shit they need to give up, man. Me included, you know? So I hope this has been useful for you, man. Take it on board, absorb it, and as always, my friend, take care and peace.